questions just while the audience sort of builds up a little bit over on YouTube. But Mason says, who's good to trade in this week? Yeah, look, I think Thomas is a popular one. Melican, if you're looking for some cash. And then, look, any of the premiums we often talk about, Sinclair, basically anyone who's sort of had that buy, like Stewart, Andy Brayshaw, Caleb Sarong. The boys talking about 2015. Jesus. Are you getting on the LDU after the buy when fully fit? I need to see him. Produce a little bit more before I jump on him. He's certainly got plenty of upside, but don't know if I'm full of trust with LDU. Xavier says you're a Geelong fan. Max Gorn owns you. I don't know if that's an absolute attack on me or not, or the other bloke who's talking to, who really knows. Wanganeen Miller in for, mate, this is a throwback. I was all about him in the preseason, and then he did nothing for me at the start of the year, and he's come good. So I feel slightly vindicated with Nasiah, but I probably wouldn't be bringing him in, mate. I probably wouldn't be bringing him in. He's running hot, but not sure we trust him throughout. Is Will Day a trade? He's probably a bit of a luxury trade. I mean, there's probably more pressing issues, but you definitely could get rid of him. He's got the buy. He's not exactly lighting the world up, lighting the world on fire. So potentially could do. Jesus, there's a little bit of back and forth between the lads. Yeah, nice. I think we've just about plenty of chat between Xavier and Carter, which is probably really beefed up the feed here. Yeah, hopefully I answered that one for you, Mason. And yeah, should I keep Sicily, says Oscar? We'll definitely talk plenty about that one, but I'm leaning towards keeping him just this week, just to see what he does with that appeal on Monday, and then we can sort of judge it from there. But look, guys, I'm going to rock and roll over to YouTube, so feel free to join me over there if you would like. Take any questions for the next hour or so. So yeah, definitely if you want to do that, feel free. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good rest of your night. Hopefully make some good trades, and I'll be back with my trades on TikTok on Thursday night. So I'll talk to you this soon. Cheers, guys. YouTube, what is going on? How are we? Plenty to talk about tonight. I myself am in a slight dilemma with James Sicily and my trade situation. 7 trades. Did not plan on this at all. I guess that's why we have trades, because unexpected things happen. But also would love to hear how you're shaping up with your amount of players on the field that are scoring this week. But Joshy Morgan kicks us off. What's up, Shorty? It's been a while, mate. It's a pleasure to have you back. I think the last 2 Wednesdays we've had State of Origin. We've had something else. So, yeah, there's plenty to talk about today. Good to see you back, mate. Harvey, g'day, Shorty. Remember how I told you about that I made Interleague while my matches ended last Saturday? Nice, mate. Well, how'd you go, mate? Did you get a few touches, mate? How'd you go? Let me know. Noah says 10 trades and 2 boosts. How has this man got some boosts? That's some extreme discipline. Should I hold on to Sicily after the appeal? I probably would just see what happens with the appeal. But if you've got 10 trades, depending how many upgrades you need to do, I'd probably trade him. 10 trades is setting you up pretty well. Any less than 8 trades, it's maybe a different question. But yeah, would like to know how many premiums you need to upgrade. Mitch, when should I get rid of Eddie Ford and Kieran Briggs? When they just start to plateau in price. So you'll know it by the break-evens. That break-even will start to get up towards 30, 40, 50, maybe even 60. And for Ford, when it gets to around 60, he probably doesn't have too much more cash to make. I mean, I think Briggs will definitely get beyond 500 um, quite easily at this rate. So you'll know by the break evens. You'll know when to pull that trigger. High says Key's a good option. Best 550 and under primos. Melican a good buy, or is Candy better? Um, Look, mate, under 550 in the forward line. Let's have a look. Melican, I think, is solid. He's not exactly a top tier rookie, but there ain't much that we got. And if we're talking 550, and hey, shout out to Errol Goulden, man. I copped it all those times when he scored 156, but wasn't it beautiful to see him score 62? Shorty feeling a little vindicated there. Under 550, what do we got? Gee, it drops away, doesn't it? I mean, I still think Canelio can average 100 for the rest of the year. At 500, he's pretty solid, but maybe I'm a bit biased because he has been in the team. Darcy Cameron, I still think that flexibility is very good, but he does have the bye this week. He can do a hell of a lot worse than Bailey Smith, but he can butcher the ball at times. Um, and then, yeah, it's probably slim pickings until we do hit Ben Keys, who does have the bye this week, but clearly is in some really good form. Still makes me nervous on that role. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why. I mean, he could end up being a fantastic selection for the rest of the year, and credit to you. But I'm just happy to steer clear for the moment. But that's not to say I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Big fella, g'day, Shorty. Sorry I wasn't here last week. No worries, mate. No worries. Looking good tonight. Hold, Gorn, or Briggs. Looking forward to the quiz. Love it, mate. Good to see you back. Great to see the passion for the quiz, my friend. I definitely hold Briggs. If that's comparison of who should you hold out of the two, well, you definitely hold Briggs. And I feel like Max Gorn actually bounced back for you, didn't he? Like he must have turned up on the weekend. He was plucking everything, wasn't he? Only 106, righto. The thing with Gorney is he's probably about 100 average at best now. And this season, that's probably reflective of that. So out of the two, I would hold Briggs. Funnily enough, I don't think Gorn's a top 3 or 4 ruck this year, so you can do better from that standpoint. And Briggs certainly has a lot more coin to make. So never thought a time would come where I'd choose Kieran Briggs over Max Gorn, but there you go. Josh Morgan says, "What's up with your love life?" He's hitting me with the big questions, Josh. Unfortunately, minimal, Josh. Look, I've been scrapping around for a bit of a date here or there, but can't land one at this point in time. So I need to lift my game if I'm being totally honest. Few chats here and there, but yeah, I must admit, I know they have applications out for maths, and I've been tagged in that post a couple of times. So maybe it's time. Here we go. Baggers is in the house. Buckle up, everybody. Hey, Shorty, I have something to confess. I apologize. There we go. I had to scroll down just for continuity, bags, but I was on SuperCoach Masters stream and I felt alone, out in the dark, a wounded animal, and I was abused, spat out, and made fun of. I know that Shorty Super Duper Coach is my place where I am needed. That's it, mate. I mean, look, I'm not here to bag SuperCoach Masters or anything, but Shorty Supercoach community is a place where you can feel loved and cared for, my friend. So you're always welcome here, mate. Part of the Shorty pack. We love to hear it. Gus says, would you go Marshall down to Briggs to upgrade Warple to a premium? I mean, gee, that ship has it's sailed a bit for Briggs. Like you've missed out on 150K. I'm hesitant to trade out Marshall, to be honest, mate. I mean, Briggs is flying, but there's just no guarantees. Like, I trust that Marshall will be the number one ruck. He's done it before. He'll do it for the rest of the year. Briggs is on fire at the moment, but there's still that chance that come round 18, round 19, they change things up or he dips in form and then they get Flynn to support him. And so I'd be hesitant to do that. I like the fact that you could upgrade Warple to a premium. I'm just wondering if there's any other way you could go about it. If there's not, fair enough, but I don't like trading out as a general rule premiums for cash. I like to keep our premiums and deal with the other stuff. Josh says, I've got 3 trades left. I need an option to buy more. Yeah, yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be interesting if you could literally spend like 100K to buy a trade? Imagine if you could purchase trades. It wouldn't really make too much sense, but that would be kind of saucy. Harvey, because I was still sick. That's in reference to the interleague stuff. Did you not play because you were sick, mate? That's bloody disappointing if that's the case, mate. Goodness. Hopefully you're feeling better now, mate. Yeah, and she's in the house. Daniel, what's up? Shorty, it's that time of the week, and your boy looks, and your looks. See, you've got me flustered, mate. You got me all flustered up, mate. And boy, your looks don't disappoint. The hair, the eyes, the jawline. This guy, despite being named Shorty, you certainly are not short downstairs. Loving your work, Shorty, mate. I'm loving your work. I mean, it cracks me up each and every week. I don't know how you do it, but fuck, it's funny. I appreciate that support. Josh says, congrats on 4.14 subs. Thank you, mate. I'm very proud of that, actually. It was just from a small little channel once upon a time. We've just steadily grown, and you guys are to thank for that. It's a great community out here, and I honestly never thought that we'd have the day where I'd log on and do lives each week and we'd have a consistent 40, 50, 60, sometimes 80 people jump on for a chat. So it's great fun. I really love it. So, no, thank you, mate. You guys definitely make it. So I appreciate that. Jonas, hey, short stick. What about Hayden Young at 495? Sicily out and use the 154 to upgrade elsewhere. Look, it ain't the worst, mate. He's actually looked pretty good. He's a talented player. Looks to be in a role that he can certainly flourish a bit more now. He might not be my first option because you're bringing in a guy that your hope's a premium, no guarantees, and he doesn't exactly give you a stack of coin, but not a bad option. Harvey, but I still watched. Oh, no, you couldn't play because you're sick. Fuck, that sucks. I still watched my team. Got an easy 3-0 Carnival win after my league hasn't won in 8 years. Feels pretty good. Nice, mate. Well, look, I'm disappointed you couldn't get out there, mate, but good that you still got around the boys. And obviously you can play, mate, so you'll certainly, hopefully, get another interleague chance next year or down the track, mate. Good stuff. Josh says, this is a different Josh. G'day, Shorty. Thoughts on having Himmelberg as my D6 to replace Sicily, as there are a lack of D6s? Yeah, isn't there? I was looking through it. I'm like, fuck, there's a clear 5 and Sicily's in that, but finding a 6th is tough. This would allow me to get a sarong instead of a cheapie like Steele or Mills. Yeah, fair. Look, he's far from the worst. I think if you believe that he's going to play halfback for the rest of the year, which I'm never quite sure, but at this stage he is, then he's a lock to average about 90, maybe more, depending what sort of form he can gather up. So not the worst option at all, mate. Not one that I'm jumping at, but certainly pretty solid. Lockie Carter, Shorty Buddy, 2 questions, mate. Thoughts on Sarong's sit? And do you have any good cheapish rookies to share with us? Not really sure what you meant exactly there on Sarong, but him as a player, I rate. Certainly a quality option. For a split second, I thought about starting him this year. Definitely spoke about him in the Freo preview, but look, it seemed like an awkward price at the time. Definitely never would have thought he could explode the way he has. And in terms of rookies, there's not much. I mean, Josh Fahey at Giants hasn't put the scores on the board yet, but I think he looks good. Lewis Malikan, again, minimal job security, but is out there. He's playing. Harrison Harvey, I think it is, for the Pies. I mean, he's got the bye, but hey, he's a bloke he's a rookie, and there's not much that we sort of have on offer, and I don't think there's much else around, which is why we're sort of scrapping at these Fifes and Keys and all these types. So it's a difficult year. It's definitely a difficult year, and we lost Mullen tonight with it said a doctor, but look, I mean, I highly doubt he'll be in the team too much when the Cats have all these players back. Jack Fisher, thoughts on bringing in Harry Himmelberg, Dunkley, Bont, Taron Thomas for Day, Sheasel, Walsh, and Tom Mitchell. Look at that for a whopper trade. Well, I love it, mate. I mean, I'm surprised you haven't had Dunkley or Bont already, but yeah, I absolutely love that. I would have a bit of faith in Walsh, but I understand you've sort of traded out some guys who are just not quite hitting the heights, but have been solid for us, to some blokes who are hitting heights and could hit even bigger heights. So I don't mind that at all. Man, I love when you whip out an old 4 trades. That's juicy. Might just get the old notepad out and jot down a couple of things. Obviously, we're going to talk about Sicily. Himmelberg's a popular one getting talked about. Darren Thomas is one getting talked about. Also, shout out to Alex Tagani. Now, he was a bloke that I did a lot of work with, or a bit of work with Geelong Advertiser when I was there. Ripping bloke back in my sports journalism days. If you heard about that bus crash that happened up in New South Wales or whatever it was, he was actually on that bus. He is okay. But yeah, just not that he'd be watching, but just wanted to give him a shout out, thinking of you, mate. So yeah, hopefully he's going okay. Jonas says Michael Voss moves are about as successful as Tony Jones hitting on Beck Judd. Oh, don't you love when they hit Tony with a bit of a chompity chomp chomp chomp? It's just fucking great stuff. Hoodie T, hey Shorty, thoughts on dangerous tackle conundrum? Oh yeah, mate. I'm a bit lost, to be honest. So look, I totally get we gotta keep the head safe and we gotta protect players. I get it. I understand we've got to with the bump. I understand that you can't have 2 actions of the tackle. You got to take more care, but fuck, it's hard. It is hard being a player. I mean, when they're saying that you've got to release an arm on the way down, so they can, I mean, as if we can do that. So I don't know. Do we just live with that players are gonna miss weeks for the greater good? But it is frustrating. Like, I'm so glad Dan Butler got off. Like, I get the Sicily one. I'm hoping he gets off from a SuperCoach point of view, but I get it. If Butler went, I'd be a bit lost. I mean, that's a rundown tackle. I don't think he did anything wrong. The guy hit his head. I mean, it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. So I think we need to do everything we can to protect the head, but we shouldn't lose sight that there is just sometimes instances where you tackle a guy correctly and unfortunate things will happen. It's unavoidable. I think we can control it to an extent, but yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts. You know, give me your thoughts on the tackle. Give me your thoughts on your trades. Give me your thoughts on how many players you've got fielding this week. Devil, evening shorty, another week of holding. Got 20 on the field. There you go. Nice. So not concerned. 10 trades left, but 3 premiums to get and 2 luxury trades if I can make them. So we'll be looking at holding Sicily. Good stuff, mate. I'm glad to hear I'm probably not absolutely alone on holding Sicily. Certainly in a better position than me. I've got 7 trades and probably want to do 3 upgrades as well. I've got a little bit of cash in the bank, which is kind of like a trade, but yeah, the old trades have got away from me. Luke Harris. Is Briggs a primo? Wits to Briggs would allow me to get Oliver next week. Look, I get a bit nervous with these sorts of ones. I think Briggs is amazing for us, but for him to hold this form, I personally think would be unlikely. I know he's playing unbelievable, but history would suggest, I mean, we saw it with Will Day. I know it's totally different, but an inexperienced player, we're all talking about will he be a primo, Will Day. History suggests it's very hard for younger players, inexperienced players, to come in and just be a premium. It's unlikely. He could be. I'd be hesitant to trade out a premium in Wits to Briggs and put all your eggs in the basket, but it could also prove me wrong. I just know over the journey, sometimes those moves work. Sometimes in 4 weeks, Briggs gets tired. He's not used to shouldering this much of a ruck load. They decide to play Flynn with him, you know, or he drops in a bit of form and they say, okay, just have a rest, mate, or we play Flynn. So I just think it's a little bit risky. Bagger says, shorty your river snake, winky face. Thoughts on Ashcroft and Sicily, the potato cake, out in Himmelberg or Himmelhog in Libba and next week we will get the best player to grace the AFL, Nick Martin, full premium. Don't tell me you're bringing Nick Martin, mate. I don't mind the other stuff. Libba has proved me wrong, to be honest. I didn't think he could keep this up, but he has. And great to see Nick Martin playing some good footy. But I certainly hope you're joking on that one. DMAC, have you rigged the quiz for me to come second again this week, Daniel? Oh, mate, keep cracking in there, son. You have been there and abouts almost every single time. I've got my money on you tonight, mate. I think DMAC's going to come through with the goods. Josh, if I'm top 1% and have Sicily, but only have 7 trades, Sistog has to go, right? Oh, Josh, that is a tough one. If you're a top 1%, I'd probably go all in. Yeah. If you're just, playing along for the fun of it to beat your mates, you probably could afford to hold him depending on your league matchups. But yeah, that question really depends how many upgrades you need to make. Because I'm in the same boat. I've got 7 trades and I'm looking at holding him, but I'm not in the top 1%. What am I in? I'm going okay this year. Oh no, that was for the week. Round 13. I am in the top 1%. Fuck, there you go. Fair enough. I'm feeling good about myself now. Okay, well, maybe that's interesting because I'm actually thinking of holding him at least for this week. So he's got the buy anyway. And he gets a trial of the appeal on Monday. So I'd hate for you to trade him out. Then he gets off on Monday. Big fella, Gorn had 114, but scaled. Oh, he got scaled down that much, which pissed me off. Yeah, scaling is it does your head in sometimes. Sometimes it's great, and sometimes it's a bitch like that. Frank, hi, Shorty. How are you, mates? Yeah, I'm pretty well, mate. How are you traveling? I have 18 this week. We'll have 18 with Sicily next week. Do I take a donut? Is Sicily suspended? Only got 6 trades left. If you got 6 trades left, mate, I'd probably hold. I know it's going to be painful, but short-term pain could be a serious long-term gain. You could have an extra trade up your sleeve late in the year, which could prove crucial. Jonas, keep Briggs, and you need Gorn to play around 15. Gorn still get DPP. Or may still. Yeah, he may. I mean, I guess we live and learn. It's certainly not... certainly no guarantees because we thought we would get that Walshy. We thought we'd get Gorney last time, but we didn't. But yeah, I think the Briggs one, the Gorn one, I wouldn't put all my eggs in Briggs being R2, but equally Briggs has more money to make. So it's a bit of a horses for courses depending on your side. Nick says, great show, Shorty. Keep up the great work. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Thanks for jumping on board. Thanks for all the questions, guys. Shorty wouldn't have much of a show if you guys didn't ask me some good questions. So certainly appreciate it. Pufferfish, King Shorty first. What's going on? Not too much, mate. Short week this week. Had Monday off with the King's birthday. Pupil-free day tomorrow, so it'll be relatively chill. And then we got one more week, then school holidays, mate. But how are you traveling, mate? Second, thoughts on Taron Thomas this week? Look, he's a good trade-in. There's no doubt about that. I mean, he's a pretty average human from what we've heard. But pure numbers, it makes sense. Noah says 18 players playing this week before trades, 4 premiums to finish. Is it time to pull the pin on Weddle and Mitchell and wait till next week to trade Cripps? Also thinking Atkins to Malikan. I like all of that, mate, particularly the Hawks ones. I think generally the rule of thumb is thank you, rookies. They've been good to us. They've hit their buy. Time to go. It's normally that rule of thumb. Bring premiums in when they've had their buy. Get rid of rookies when they're about to have their buy. So I think that makes sense. And yeah, mate, I've got no idea what's going on with Cripps. I was honestly thinking about bringing him in not too long ago, but he just can't find the form at all. So I understand your frustration there. And Malikan's rock solid. Or rock solid's a bit kind. He's about as good as we've got at the moment from a rookie sense. Bagger says, reason I can get Libba round 15 can suck a river snake, and he got points for fighting. If you can't beat him, beat him. He's a new Tassie team trade. Yes, mate, he's a footballer's footballer. He is rough as they come. Gets in there nicely. Josh says, wait, how does appealing the tribunal work? Can Sis get off? This would be huge. Yeah, correct. So because he got sent straight to the tribunal, they can appeal that. So Ryan Mansell, or whatever his name is also appealing it, but he is going to his appeal on Thursday night because the Tigers play this week, but because the Hawks play next week, they've got the bye. They just decided to have the hearing on Monday. So a bit frustrating, but he can get off. There's no guarantees, but we've seen over the journey that sometimes they find a way with their legal jargon. They find some loophole and he's off. So don't know. I'm crossing my fingers though. Nick says thoughts on Caleb Daniel with DPP. Yeah, a few weeks ago I was a bit worried about him because I was like, is this just a classic Luke Beveridge? Like we've seen Dale thrown around, Johannesson thrown around, Bailey Smith on a half-off flank, Jack McRae in and out. And then Caleb Daniel, started the year, he didn't turn up till round 7. But his last 4 weeks, he's been outstanding. So, yeah, I would trust him. You got to get him at a price now. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. He was at 460, 480. So, but he's over 600K now, but I do think he is here to stay as a quality option. D-Mac says, reckon Fletcher Roberts is a good in for this week. Fletcher Roberts. Come on, man. What are we doing? That is a name. That is a name. Absolute throwback. Oh, gee, money, what's going on, mate? Hey, Shorty, how are you? Pretty good, my friend. What's happening? Sorry, it's been a few weeks. It has, mate. I've been like, where is this bastard? Seriously, you shank one snitch in the cafeteria and they take away your internet privileges. When I get out, I'm gunning for Gordon. What a muppet. Yeah, mate, I feel vindicated. I'll tell you what, those 150s that Gordon pumped out, you're getting stuck into me. But hey, Jonas, where are you, mate? Where are you? You scored 62 and you haven't said a peep. Come on, bro. Nah, I mean, I think Gordon's a good player. He's a quality option, but I was a little happy when he scored 60 odd. Bagger says, yeah, up your Supercoach Masters. You're a run-through focus. Welcome to Shorty Supercars. Harvey's back. What's the Band-Aid doing on your hand, Shorty? Did you cut yourself, you naughty boy? Yeah, there's a fucking story to this. So the other day, over the long weekend, so me and my mate Jonah went out for brekkie. Just went for a walk around the river. Barwon River was pretty cute. Just strolling along. Anyway, had to go to the toilet, public toilet, sweet. Went in there, took a piss, whatever. Just washing my hands on one of those ones, like those automatic taps where you tap it, goes for like 6 seconds, turns off. So I've sort of hit it aggressively. Don't know why. And I've kind of slipped off. And oh shit, like it was obviously a bit wet. And I've knocked my hand on, the little whatever it is, like those fake sort of mirrors, those metal mirror type things. Didn't think much of it. Didn't even hurt or anything. Wash my hands, cool. And then about a minute or two later, I'm just walking. There is blood like pouring out of this cut on my fucking finger. When you look at the blood and you go, that does not compute to the pain I'm feeling. Like I'm not feeling any pain and I'm bleeding like I should be. Anyway, so weird. So Shorty could have anything, mate. I could be diseased, bro. I've cut myself in a public toilet. But anyway, I was cutting my veggies today for dinner and just started bleeding again. So holy shit. Hi, Jess. You want some water?
Yes, please.
Thanks. Could you bring it back, Stephen, please?
No.
So yeah, that's what happened. Pretty random, but should Shorty be getting a tetanus shot? That's the real question, mate. Doesn't look infected, but yeah, again, literally just gripping a knife was enough pressure for me for it to bleed again. What the fuck's that about? Anyway, a little side piece for you. There's Jonas. Hey, Shorty, you strike out with the ladies from the goal kicking comp. Couldn't even nail down the shower girl. These guys have long memories, and I love it, mate. Who knows? Things could be in motion. Who really knows? But nah, look, mate. Times are tough. So if you got a little date for Shorty lined up, a little double date, I'm all ears. Baggers, mate, come on, bit of cough. Use it to your advantage. Give him a taste of the gobber. Oh, Jesus Christ. Baggers is getting real loose here. Um, oh, I've absolutely lost me spot here. Thanks. Oh, yeah, true. Thank you. D-Mac, who is the greatest cricket player of all time and why is it Scotty Boland? Yeah, mate. Who's excited about the Ashes, mate? Fucking can't wait. Stuff the Bazball, bro. Let's run through those palms, mate. Can't wait for fucking Boland to be nicking them off left, right, and centre. Cummins just dart one back in. Starkey to go fucking bang. Liner just be tweaking them. Bat pad, baby. But yeah, love Scotty Boland, mate. Love him. Pretty keen for David Warner to piss off though. If he gets named, we've lost the plot. I mean, the guy can't play in England. He just can't. I don't give a stuff what he's done. Great career. Clap him off. Awesome, mate. But you shouldn't be playing him in those conditions. Anyway, Baggers, rule one of Baggers dating advice. Oh, that was your dating advice. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, boy. Harvey says, no, I did play. Oh, sick. I said a bad word, so the message didn't come up. Oh, I didn't know that would happen. There must be some filtering on this. I played pretty well in the first game. I played on the wing all carnival. I got told my positioning was exceptional. Then the second game, I was sick, so I played really bad, barely got a touch. Then the third game, I didn't play because I was still sick and didn't want to risk myself to play for my local club because we will make the finals and getting to the back end of the season, but still got around the boys, as I said. Good stuff, mate. I'm glad to hear you played well. Sounds like you tore that wing up pretty nicely. Not an easy spot to play wing. That's what I used to play a little bit, just a skinny lad running around the wing, but certainly not easy to position yourself well. So nicely done. Baggers says if you own a Ferrari, people are going to look at you. Own a flat, they won't. So the message here is don't get angry when they look at you. Misso, it's a compliment. That's some wisdom there, man. Frank's in the house. What's going on, mate? Hey, Shorty, 2-2-8-1 last week. Whew, shit. Have a look at that. 6 trades left with 2 primos to fill. That's solid. That's solid. Bad on the brink, but it's all right. Do I bring in Libba this week to field 18 this week or cop a donut and get Clary next week? That is interesting. I definitely prefer to get Clary. I also like to avoid donuts. The long-term view says get Clary for me. You might lose, I don't know, you might lose 100 points this week maybe. But I do feel like Clary will out-average Libba by 100 points for the rest of the year. So the long-term view, I do feel like Clary's the go. Lockie, as a Pie supporter, Harvey Harrison ain't playing again. There you go. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. That's what the supporters can tell us. Like I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, Mullen not going to be in the team when a few cats return. So the supporters, they know it. Baggers, I'm an abductor, but mine's no injury. Abductor. Jesus Christ. Fellas, just get Himmelberg. Just think every touch you can yell out Himmelhog. I mean, that's incentive if I've ever heard it. John, is Will Day an option to bring in next week, or is there better players around 450 to 475? I definitely don't think he's a bring in, mate. Quite a few people talking about trading him out, and I think he's probably hit a bit of a plateau. Look, I think your guy is probably Dan Houston. I know it's not like a right here, right now, but I think in 2-3 weeks, he had 47 last week. That's so unlike him. So he should definitely drop below 480. In the meantime, it is slim pickings, mate. I mean, there ain't much around that range. I'm not going to lie to you. There ain't much. So Will Day in that price range is actually probably the best option. Adam Sard, again, not the worst, but he's been out of form. So it gets tough. You then have to weigh up other options of, like, do I go Elliot Yo? Those type of things. And Yo's got the bye this week. So, yeah, it does become a little bit tricky. Chris, how you going, mate? I'm taking a punt, shorty. Jezza Cameron in this week as F6. Nice, mate. Look, I don't mind. I had this question on the TikTok. He could do a hell of a lot worse. I mean, he's not going to be a top 6 forward, but we got to find cheap options somewhere. So don't mind it. Josh says, I'm starting to think about next year's SuperCoach, and we are going to have no good forwards besides from McRae. Yeah. I love when we get to this time of the year and we just start to think about next year. Look, there will be some good forwards, ones that might surprise us, but at this stage, it does look a little bit slim, doesn't it? Bagger says, anyone else go to the Dons game? I thought there was a fire drill. Everyone was leaving earlier. Even their supporters had more fight than the side. Cripper the Cripple, get Nicky Martin, you dogs. Briggs is a lock. Imagine yelling Brigger at the screen. Please, that's sexy. Yeah, mate, I've been yelling that plenty. But, the Blues, mate, they are struggling. They are absolutely struggling. Amusement's in the house. He says, boo, did I scare you? It's good to see you, mate. I hope you hang around for the quiz, my friend. John Obed, hey, Shorty, currently sitting 292 overall. Shit, nice. And I'm only doing Sicily to Stewart this week, but big trades next week with Sheasel, Briggs, and Chincotta for Oliver, Marich, and Darcy Cameron. Nice, mate. I like the aggressive approach, particularly with that rank. Only thing I would say is Briggs, like, he's going to have a bit more cash to make. Like, I know he'll have the buy, but let him roll beyond 500K, my friend, I reckon. Like, unless you are splashed for cash or Briggs is your R2 or something. But, yeah. But you're going real nice, mate. You'll have to keep me updated with how you're going on that rank. The Shelly Bean, hey, Shorty, do you reckon it's fine to get rid of Briggs next week to D-Cam as F6 or wait until after round 16? Also thinking of Humphrey to Himmelberg after his buy and Ford to Wardlaw to Walsh and a 102K rookie. Yeah, look, I don't mind that. And I think Walsh will respond and he's a good option. I think Walsh is a lock for next year, talking about next year options. Like, he'll be underpriced, I reckon. I would keep Briggs, mate. I think Darcy Cameron's a great in, but I just think it's so hard to get cash at the moment. So let's not leave any meat on the bone for Briggs. Let's allow him to go well beyond 500K or wherever he gets to, but let's not get rid of him before he's really ripened up on that cash. Amusement says, what's 7 multiplied by 13? Jesus Christ. 26, 78, 91? 91? If that was some quick maths, then that's quality there. Oh, let's just 91. Oh, you got to respect the quick math there from Shorty. You got to respect that. Bagger says, no joke here. Hey, Nikki, you're so fine. I want you to be mine. Welcome aboard, you absolute lock. Baggers is a passionate Dons, man. You got to respect it. Jack Fisher got a lot of outs this week, Shorty. What's your best option on Cs and VCs for Primos? Yeah, for sure, mate. Let's have a look. What do we got? I mean, for sure, Butters as a VC on Thursday night. Dunkley or Neil on a Friday. And then who else do we sort of have a look at? I mean, the way Taranto's going, he's just on fire. Might get a little bit of attention from maybe Jack Steele or something like that. Bontempelli. Look, sometimes North can tag with like Liam Shields. It can be effective. It's sometimes not. I wonder when Tuke Miller is back too. That would be real handy if he just came back and dropped significantly. But yeah, I'd be probably looking at one of those early games like a Brisbane Lion, Neil, Dunkley. And then you've got Butters, and then see what they give you. But definitely a Bulldog against North Melbourne should be a pretty solid bet. Then Devil says, with the glut of rookies available, I'm glad I held Johnson from Freo. The 94 last week was clutch. Yeah, they're sometimes the really handy ones, isn't it? Like that you just hold on to where not many others did, and then they just finally hit some form. So nicely done, mate. Baggers just says peanut butter, so it's what we expect sometimes. Jonas, Pig Lickin' Neil had 14 marks and only scored 102. I know. How about that? I saw that and I was like, what? But seemed to struggle around the stoppage. So not sure how many clearances he had, but just from my brief watching, I felt like he didn't quite have the same standard game around the stoppage, and 14 marks is unusual for him. Yeah, just 5 clearances, which was down from 11 and 10 the last 2 weeks. So maybe that's what suffered him. So basically, his best scores, like whenever he's had 10 plus clearances, 13 against the Roos, 176, 13 against the Dockers, 124, 10 against the Saints, 128, 11 against the Crows, 122. He's only had one other score of 115 plus when he hasn't had 10 plus clearances. So the bloke needs to be winning a lot of clearances, at least 7 or 8 to ton up. I mean, that might be the same way for almost anyone, but that is for Lockie Neal. It's a clear indicator to where his scoring comes from. Amusement thoughts on bringing in Mitch Robinson as my last minute upgrade. Oh, shit. Paul says 12 trades with 4 premiums. Premises, he says. Do I trade Sicily? 12 and 4. I probably would. It's touch and go. But I probably would. I think 12 trades gives you those options to do that, mate. Jonas says, you mean Dev Robertson, 186? Yeah, he's actually, Lang has mentioned me to him. Look, he's the sort of guy who pops in and out of the team regularly, so he makes me a bit nervous. I did come out and score very nicely, 19 touches, 84. So, yeah, he's still hammering his last 2 scores before that was 0 and -1. So he's still got to break him to 25. But if he does hold his spot, he'll be a solid option. Steve says, Shorty, how's your week been? Any of these mid-price players tickling your fancy like Fife or Himmelberg? Any others? Week's been all right. Thanks, mate. Hope you're going nicely. Hopefully you stick around for the quiz. Look, I don't mind him. I prefer Himmelberg of the 2 just because I think he's a chance to be a keeper for the whole season. The only reason I'm not getting them is just because I don't have many trades. So I'm kind of in that position where I need to bring in guys that I know are premiums or that I know are going to make me a lot of cash. And Fife has a little bit more meat on the bone, but yeah, I just don't know. It's tricky. I'm in a bit of an awkward position where I sort of got to go all in for like getting as much cash as possible. So yeah, they haven't tickled my fancy, but they are solid options. Not a big fan of Fife. He was good on the weekend, but I just don't see it unfolding consistently for us. Luke says, who's an ideal D5 or D6 to finish in defence? Dan Houston, I reckon, will be at a real nice price. And I personally think Dawson, Dacos, Sinclair, Stewart, and Sicily are the clear 5. Obviously, that's been shaken up with Sicily going down or getting suspended, more like it. Do you trust Sam Doherty? I mean, he's come back in solid form. Caleb Daniel, I think, is the clear other option. And then Luke Ryan hasn't been the same player as he was early, but he's still reliable. So there are a few names, hopefully help you out. Amusement says, how's the Geelong weather treating you, champion? Mild 24 degrees up here with blue tinted sky, by the way. Oh, mate, you're killing. Honestly, I hate it. I hate the weather down here. I've got so much down here. Like, I've got a great job, great mates, great family. But the weather fucking sucks, man. Like, these June days, like, just, it's the middle of the day. You're going out for lunch. It's 15. Shit, bro. You make it tempting, man. Crumbs away or crumbs Ray. That's not bad. Thoughts on bringing in Lewis Malikan? Too risky or? If he gets named, he's about as good as we got in terms of a real downgrade rookie type. I certainly think his job security moving forward is flimsy at best. But if he gets named, he's food for thought. Not one I'd trust stacks, but sometimes we can only play the cards we're dealt. Baggers Jonas, I noticed that you're a cheater like me as well. We must apologise for going the enemy SuperCoach Masters. Oh, mate, share the love. I'm sharing the love for the Supercoach community, mate. We're all in this community aiming for the one thing, but we love getting around the shorty pack, though. Always come back to the shorty life, mate. I don't mind if you shop around, but always come back. D-Mac, Ashcroft, Mitchell, or Atkins? Who to trade out this week? Mitchell out gives another warm body, but other two might lose cash. Yeah, fair call. Let me just check. I'm gut feel is Mitchell just because I think it's so important just to have scorers. I haven't really kept in touch with Rory Atkins as much. Oh yeah, he's around that point. Yeah, well he wouldn't lose, mate. I'd do Mitchell, mate. I just think if you can have a scorer, it can go a long way in these buys. Um, Amusement says, "Did you find the first goal kicking comp exhilarating?" Man, this guy loves to talk. Not sure anyone cares what you were cutting for dinner. Oh wow, well go fuck yourself, Amusement. Then Jesus, bro, just trying to tell a fucking story, man. Baggers, he cut his ribs. Kevin says, "Shorty infected blisters are no good." Yeah, mate, I'm in trouble. Steve, would you prefer a Fife or Humphrey as your 23rd, 24th player, or maybe a Wardlaw? Yeah, look, they're all pretty good options. I'd almost prefer um, Humphrey out of the three. Um, but yeah, they're all very handy, and it might come in very handy late in the year too. Amusement says you guys are wanting advice from someone who started Matthew Lundberg. Such a fraud. Hey, Amusement's aggressive tonight. Just calm down, mate. I never claim to be an expert. We're just here for the banter, mate. Just a guy who throws a few Supercoach ideas around. Do with them what you will. But who didn't love a bit of Matty Lundberg every now and then? Loved him back in the day. A young Nick Martin. Imagine yelling "libba dibba doo" at your screen or at your screen. Corey, Cause is back for the quiz tonight, Shorty, coming to win again. He's been in form. He has been in form, mate. Jonas says chopstick and dusty to a squeezing cholly to a thieving mullet. What the hell is going on at the tops? Oh, shit. Jonas is just straight up booing. Oh, to start. Oh shit, Steve. Do you think Zeeble could be an option to bring back once price drops? Was thinking Ryan, but maybe back to him in a few weeks. Uh I'm all like all bias aside, he probably is when his price drops. If he turns up again, yeah, probably. I'm always hesitant to bring guys back in. Maybe it's just being stubborn. I don't know, but I feel like we can do better than Zeeble. Down back. Don't think he's top six anymore, but maybe the last few weeks prior was just a bit of a slump. Maybe he is back, but from my selfish side of things, I hope he's not. Steve continues. Who are the rookies you are planning to trade last for coverage? I was thinking either Humphrey, Wardlaw, Johnson, or Briggs, but Briggs is wasted on the bench. Yeah, exactly. Like so, Briggs, I'll just hold off so he makes as much cash. And I was actually thinking maybe Humphrey could be a guy to just hold for the rest of the year. Like he could be a really handy M9 or F7. So I'll try to do that, but I'll preference having 22 premiums clearly. So be interesting to see how that one unfolds. Amusement says, "We are the army, the shorty army. We are mental and we are mad. We are the loyalist shorty supporters that the world has ever had." That's more like an Amusement. He's been all over the place tonight, but that's what we love. The shorty pack is a tight knit community, mate. Corey, I have a scenario for you, mate, asking for a friend. If you don't have Stewart, 11 games at 110 average and trade Sicily, if he has 3 weeks or hold Sicily, have 6 weeks at 115 and 3 to 4 of Chesser. This is interesting. So basically, it's do you hold Sicily or go to Stewart? Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to work some pretty serious maths there, aren't you? I mean, It really just comes down to your trades. The the clear scoring option is to trade Sicily. I mean, that's clearly the better option because Chester could do anything. We could get let down by Weddle, or. So points wise, trade him. The real question is how many trades have you got? Um, that's what I'd work at. If you've got 8 trades or more and you've got about 3 upgrades, then I'd trade him. If you've got less, then I think things are a bit tighter. Therefore, I would hold. So it just depends on how many loose sort of trades you've got. Because we do keep trades for an emergency, and this is an emergency. So if you've got those trades, if you can foresee that you'll have 2 or 3 trades, then do it. Myself, I'm looking forward, and I don't have as much wriggle room, so I'll probably hold them. Bag of Semi Draper for the first disposal, easiest 50 I've ever made. Get that up your side. Shorty, what's your preferred shaving cream? Maybe a foam, a butter, a clean shave, or are we some exotic type? Holy shit, mate. I'm just your classic sort of foam guy out of the can. I don't even know what brand it is. If it's on special, then I'll buy it. A little sensitive skin sometimes, mate. So we'll go with that sometimes. But yeah. Didn't expect to cop that question tonight, but thank you. Corey says I have 12. Oh, here we go. I have 12 trades and 4 upgrades. I want 4 to 5 trades left. I can do it as I have best rookies left. Yeah, nice. Look, in that case, I'd probably trade him, mate. You look really well stocked. You've got cash there to use. You've got good rookies giving you coverage. So I'd probably trade him, mate. Jonas, Paddy Crippled wouldn't touch him at 350k. Yeah, he's just not the guy we once trusted. Bagger says, Himmelhog, please refer to him as this. It will become like salt to fish and chips, a staple. Or Sard, he's a flog. He's up on Sardi, mate. Come on. G Money says, anyone looking at Eagles can hardly fill a side each week. And if his body holds up, pencil him in for 100 plus. I'm struggling for cash gen and rookies, so he might be a final trade. Yeah, look, it's fair call, mate. I mean, it does come down to your trade situation. If you are tight for cash, you could do a lot worse than him, but he could very easily get injured and it could screw you over. So ideally, I wouldn't bring him in, but I certainly understand that he could be the savior because if he plays, he scores. I think he's that sort of a guy, but the big question just is clearly that body of his. Steve says, how will Stewart go for the next few weeks? So far, I'm bringing him in this week, but can wait if he will drop. Though I don't really see him dropping. He's so consistent. Very, very rarely does he drop. I know he had a shocker late last year, but no, if you can bring Stewart in, I would bring him in. Lockie says, picked up Walsh thinking he was a newborn pup to find out he was a corpse straight from the doggy grave. Oh, same for Ryan as well. Absolutely useless. I know. Very disappointing. Look, I still think Walsh can produce better than what he has, but I think Luke Ryan may be a bit of a sufferer from the changing game style. Bit less possession footy for the Dockers, but yeah, surely Walsh bounces back a bit. Nick says, thoughts on swapping Briggs to Sean Darcy in a couple of weeks to finish the year? Probably be same value in 2 weeks. Yeah, absolutely, mate. I think that's all right. I mean, Sean Darcy will certainly drop. I think he's still out, isn't he? But he'll definitely be dropping. I mean, you'll try and align that one for when Darcy gets rid of that 39 and when Briggs absolutely top ends it with his peak price. So that's when you try and do that transaction. So yeah, don't mind that. Chase says only rookies I can upgrade with are Wardlaw, Johnson, I think that is, Humphrey and Marrick. So can't upgrade this week since they got more money to make. Yeah, fair enough. And yeah, sometimes we just got to buy it a little bit of time, let those rookies beef up a bit. That's a fair call, mate. Jonas, Shorty, I told you Bromax would beat up Cox Cam on Queen's birthday. Pies cop it, sweet, serves him right for booing Grundy after kicking him out. All duck, no dinner, one trick ponies. I thought Cameron was pretty good, to be honest. I mean, scored 92, but I thought he played pretty well. Don't know why they booed him. I mean, bloke wanted to stay. They got rid of him. There's some silly Pies fans out there, isn't there? Bagger says, he's laughing at Carter with Walsh. Is that goldfish you got as a kid? You shake it up, throw it back, and 4-9. Jeez. That is just savage, man. Also, where's Adam? I'm practically Rocky. Now I'd send him to next Wednesday's stream. Oh, shit. Lockie, cop that amusement. Chin straight from Shorty. That's it, mate. Shorty really lashed out at him, didn't he? Steve, who would you trade out of Weddle and Mitchell? Who is making less money for the rest of the season? I would probably trade Weddle. I think Mitchell's slightly safer, but they're very, very similar types. I mean, it's a bit of a flip of the coin. But yeah, slight preference to Mitchell, but just a bit of a gut feel. Jonas gave a bit of a chat there with Baggers. That cross thing was a hand. Obviously, YouTube doesn't like a good handy. Jesus. Hi there, Caitlin. Caitlin would like to know if everyone has missed her, as she has not been around the last couple of weeks, maybe. So yeah, a little self-indulgent, but she would like to know. Trolling agent says, fuck me, this Sicily suspension is utter dog water. Yeah, it's got me frustrated too, mate. Hopefully on Monday he may well get off, but we'll have to wait and see. Lockie says, Jonas, your time's up, champion. See you next week. Corey, they have about 10 trades left with Sicily. Yeah, fair. You're sitting relatively well then. I think that's, I mean, if you got 3 or 4 upgrades, was it? That's not too bad. Mitch says, when are we starting the quiz? Shorty can't wait. Good, mate. Look, I'll probably say we're probably about 15, 20 away. Normally around 1:45. Bagger says, Shorty, can I give you a recommendation? You can, mate. Makes me a little bit nervous, but you can. Corey, I don't have Sicily. My friend does. Oh, yeah, fair. Corey said, I paid overs for Sard, Doherty when he got injured, and that week could have got Oliver. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I mean, Sard was looking good. I wanted to pick Sard up, but his form has definitely plummeted, which has been disappointing. Lockie says, Shorty, mate, really important question here. Jesus Christ. Looking for a flashlight after hearing about your dating life. Thought I'd get your opinion. Lockie, that's not bad content from you. You had me a little nervous reading through that, but always respect a bit of that humor. Can you set me up with any of your friends, Caitlin?
Maybe.
What's with the hesitation? Ruby said hi on TikTok.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that is so exciting.
Yeah, very cute. She asked when you were featuring.
Yep. So let's take one fan.
Yeah, true. This might be your recommendation. Baggers. So my recommendation was that logo Shorty, the pointing one, can make it point to the left with a laughing face so it looks like you're laughing at Jake Stringer. Please think carefully. It's an anagram. Shit, mate, that's over my head. I think you're talking about my thumbnail, but on my little fucking watermark. That could be too cryptic for old Shorty. We're not sure, but G-Money, hurry up and finish that water on your desk, mate. I want to see Jess again. Fucking hell, G-Money. Jesus Christ. How's it going out there, Caitlin?
Really good.
Yeah, that's good. Anything interesting happening?
No, not really.
You talking to any boys? How many's the question?
No comment.
No comment. Probably 5. Big fella, I'm going Jason Van Royen for Marich, going VC Sinclair into bomb. Oh, yeah, Sinclair, not a bad one. Yeah, he's probably one I forget about. Yeah. Can go big. Lockie Baggers, did you mean Stringer as in the package? Shit. Well played. Well played. It was too cryptic for me, mate. He's too cryptic for me. That's well played. John, how does your team look for next week's bye? I'm screwed with 12 on the field. Shit. I must admit, I actually haven't really looked, but the forward line will be fucked. Back line will be fine. Midfield will have its struggles. I mapped it out the other day. I think I was hopeful of about 16, but I don't know. I haven't looked too closely lately, but shit, hopefully it's closer to 16 than 12, mate. It's going to be the toughest buy, no doubt. Baggers, okay, I'm running out of things to say, so short hog, what's for dinner? Had a bit of dinner before, mate. Just a bit of chicken, bit of veg, bit of potato, my man. So, just a pretty simple guy. Just a simple guy. Lockie, no one missed her. Oh, shit. Lockie said no one missed her. That's in reference to you.
Oh,
Lockie, that's
Lockie.
fucking brutal, bro.
That's really mean.
Amusement said Shane Kirsten is the ticket to the promised land. I absolutely did not miss her. Oh, fuck. You gotta be careful. They're pretty savage out there.
I told you, they said none of them would miss me.
Someone will miss you. Steve, I was wondering where the sidekick Caitlin was last week. What was her excuse?
I was having a sleepover.
She was having a sleepover. With who? With Shower Girl.
Yeah.
They refer to her as Shower Girl.
Yeah. Me and Shower Girl were having a sleepover.
Did you guys sleep in the same bed?
Of course we did.
Okay. Lockie Baggers heard Shorty likes the Melbourne fish market. Holy fuck. Lockie's in a mood tonight. So is Baggers. Josh Martin, hey Shorty, who is a better VC option? Tom Stewart or Zach Butters or someone else? Butters for sure, mate. Stewart can go big, but the form Butters is in, I would go him. Jonas says, Shorty, who's better, Caitlin or Andrew Meatgazer? Is that just made up or? Oh shit! Bag is short. Favorite attack helicopter. What the fuck's going on? What is going on? Fucking hell! They're getting a little restless out there, but that's what we love. Also, I've decided to call them the Shorty Pack.
Oh, so it's not shortlets.
Shortlets sounded just a bit like, I don't know, something like I don't know. Shortlets was maybe a little bit demeaning.
Okay.
All right, let me know. Would you like to be called Shortlets or part of the Shorty Pack? I'm happy to go. I'm happy to do both. Lukey boy, hey Luke, what's going on, mate? Hey Shorty, how are you? Thoughts on the dangerous tackle? Yeah, look, I had a question about this before. Overall, it's a little frustrating. I mean, you got to protect the head. Totally get that, mate. So I don't mind like the Sicily one. I'm a bit annoyed with it SuperCoach wise, but I get it. I was very glad to see Butler get off because, I thought that was fair. But yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, you got to do everything to keep the players safe and that type of thing. But there is going to be times where players get tackled, they hit their head, and that shit can happen. But yeah, I'm okay with sling tackles not happening, those two motion dumping tackles, but asking players to like release the arm halfway down, split second decisions, like it's a bit unrealistic. So, but maybe we'll just have to live with players copping a week here or there for the greater good. But definitely at the moment is frustrating. Oh, Ruby's in the house. Here you go. You're going to get some love here. Hi, Shorty. Hi, Caitlin. Love your work, guys. Best couple ever. Thanks, Ruby. It's so kind. So there you go. I just mentioned Ruby before, and there she is. Crazy.
She's your number one fan.
And I'm Ruby's number one fan.
She's with her boyfriend right now watching this.
It's just a joke, man. Is her boyfriend like a big guy or?
Then fuck around and find out.
Shit. Right. BRB hitting the gym. Kidding. Baggers, favorite song or thong? Jesus Christ. Fuck it out. A favorite sickness, favorite COVID experience. Oh man. Look, I'll answer the favorite COVID experience, but was there any good COVID experiences? Probably not. But weirdest experience was definitely when we got told that we had to isolate for 2 weeks, but it was backdated 6 days prior to that. So I was like, oh, cool, only 8 days. Then finding out that it was actually, came into close contact with them about 10 hours ago. So I was back to 14. So that conversation went down pretty well with the housemates because that was when you had to isolate everyone, like as a whole house. So Shorty wasn't very popular at that point in time. It's a pretty cold conversation. I remember being like, it's actually the full 14. They're like, fuck off. I'm like, I'm serious.
Oh, I would have hated
Because everyone was a bit flat, but then they're like, oh, at least we've basically already done 6 days or whatever it was. The full 14. DMAC, polio would be up there. Fucking hell. Xavier, how you going, Shorty? Pretty good, mate. What's going on? Thanks for dropping in. Steve says, why was there hesitation with setting Shorty up with her friends? Ask her for us, Shorty. What's the short man need to work on for the ladies? I would like to hear this.
What do you need to work on?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You cleaned your room. So
I did clean my room. I mean, if that's not manifesting anything, I don't know what is. We did watch F-Boy Island the other night, and I'm sort of like taking a few points, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know? I mean...
What you said to me? Shit. I need to change a few things.
Yeah. I think I need to talk in like a lower tone and just be more of an asshole, I think, you know?
Do it. I want to see it. Do it to the camera.
Oh, I'm not doing it to the
Do
camera.
it.
I did it to your
Do it.
Snapchat the other night. I'm not doing it now. Maybe I will on my preview. I don't know.
I've got the video of you kissing my hand, so I could.
Oh, do you want me to show them that?
Yeah, I can.
It might not come through the camera very well, but...
Yeah, I was thinking. Please. Just don't.
What other photos are on there?
Just don't.
I'm going to start swiping, guys.
Don't.
Baggers is loving D-Mac's work there. Corey, I'm going VC Dunkley. Yeah, he's been running hot. Do I just tap it?
Use press play.
Oh, the
I
thing.
can follow the microphone.
Oh, no. Oh, microphone would help. Fuck, that's awkward, gun. Just going to rewind that. See that really? And if you didn't quite get the audio there, this was me trying to be that Caleb guy. Mind if we go on a date sometime? Mind if we go on a date sometime? Can I take you out for dinner? Anyway, Dunkley, Taranto. Yeah, fair call. I think Dunkley, he's back to those 150s, mate, which we love to see. G Money says your confident Cats can get over Port in Adelaide. Or you confident? No, I'm not confident, actually. It'd be an amazing win. Those inclusions certainly help a lot, but definitely start as underdogs, mate, and fair enough. But capable, but certainly Port deserves to be favourites. Lockie says, the truth hurts, Caitlin. Sorry, love. He's savage tonight. Baggers, fave go-to line to get back at some fuckhead. I will give an example. Yeah, you give the examples, mate, I reckon. Jonas, Callan Cuckman Jones, or Darcy Moore hair braiding. Damn. Oh, Jesus. Just going to leave that one alone. Oh, Watson's in the house. Hey, mate, what's going on? He called me Horty. That's just fucked. Jack says, when's the quiz? Need to defend the throne. Well, Corey's been talking it up too, mate. So it's probably the biggest quiz rivalry, Watson versus Causa. Quiz will probably be 5 or so minutes. Probably put the code out in about 5. Steve says, I'm going Dunks VC with Bont C this week. Yeah, I think that'll be a popular one. Baggers, my fave line didn't come up. Yeah, you might have got filtered out of that one, mate. Jonas, shorties, short punches in the house. Jesus Christ. Daddy Watto says, T-Mac. Baggers, short hog. I did a round review. Keep an eye out for round 15. Expect me to smash a few things. All right. I'll keep an eye out for that. Jack Watson's back. Daniel has, this will be good, has a new preferred name. Please, everyone, refer to him as Horty from now on. Thank you. Jack, that's just It's just not cool, man. I mean, just didn't need that. I'm going to try and cancel you out of the quiz. If I can work out how to remove people, I will remove you. Jonas, short stick needs protection in more ways than one. This chat's getting dangerous now. Vegas, everyone put your fave put down. This guy's nuts. Steve, shorty pack, mate. Oh, he likes a pack. We are lamb cutlets. Shit. That's one vote for the packs. Here we go. This will be weird. Amusement Productions. In shortlets, there you go. This is a shortlets. In shortlets culture, the Brett Kirk thing. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Yeah, that's one of the most fucked weird. Pufferfish, Taron Thomas versus Nat Fife, or any other suggestions, plus best rookies this week, in your opinion? There are not many rookies, mate. I mean, oh, shit. Can you trust Melican? Probably not. Answer your original question. I probably prefer Thomas, to be honest, mate. Like, I know Fife look back, but he's a pretty average human, but I'd probably back him in at the moment just as a short-term fix. But both could be handy. I mean, Fife did look back, to be fair, just whether he can keep it up. Luke says, I'm good, shorty, hoping to win the quiz tonight. Best game last weekend. Yeah, mate, hope you go well in the quiz too, my friend. I'll put that code out in a sec. Best game last week. I thought Dogs versus Port was a ripper, actually. Got around that. Pretty hard to go. Oh, Demons Collingwood was up there too, but yeah. Uncle D, would love to see this lady. It's the myth, mate. It's just the, oh, you're on my TikTok though. You are in the public profile.
Yeah.
Shit. G Money, you may have cleaned your room, but it got a whole lot dirtier since Caitlin walked in. Jesus. Filthy stuff. Baggers, myself and Carter watched. Would recommend if you're brain dead like son. Jesus Christ. He's lost the plot, this man. Harvey, are we doing the quiz soon, Shorty? Sorry if you have already given an answer. I just came back from a hot shower. That's awfully saucy. Did you shower in the dark, mate? Surely. Can't remember if that bloke gave me advice on or feedback on how his dark shower went. Do you shower in the dark, Caitlin?
Sometimes.
Nice. You should join me sometime.
We really do.
Oh, true. Baggers, short hog the Rizzler, but if you want ultimate Riz, Baggers is the coach. Jesus, mate. You're telling me you got Riz Baggers. All right. Well, I'll take your word for it, mate.
I reckon he does.
Shit. Fuck. You got a Mrs. Baggers or what's the go? I'll get this code humming in a second. Jackie Watson, Daniel, I thought we were going to watch the F-Boy Island together. Why are you pushing me away for Caitlin? Well, come around and watch it, man. I didn't think I thought you were watching it with Jonah. That's what you said on Saturday. I thought you were watching on Monday night, but anyway, come around if you want. We only got through about halfway of the first episode, actually.
Yeah, we're gonna watch the first one tonight.
Oh, are we watching it tonight, are we?
Please?
I'm pretty busy. No, probably.
Yay!
Just got to make a couple of calls after this.
Okay, can I listen?
Oh, no. God, no. Uncle D's on the money. Quiz 845, 850. I'll put that code out right about now. This is proven to work, says Baggers. D-Max Shorty, the Wizard of Oz. That's not bad, actually. That's pretty funny. I might use that. Where is the quiz? There it is. Got a bit of a cough there, mate.
Sorry.
So that's okay. It's totally fine. All right, here we go. You guys know the drill in terms of where you got to go. I'll just give you play.blookit.com and the code we are looking for is currently loading. 1900490. Let me chuck that in. 190 0490. Nice. If you're new to the quiz, you can get on there. High says thoughts on Thomas. Yeah, average human, good price, good scoring ability. Yeah, good option to bring in. But yeah, probably more of a. I wouldn't expect him to keep this up, but he'll make you a bit of cash in the short term. Bagger says, "Hey, little lady, I got to pet you." Jesus Christ. You're fuck. If that's the sort of riz you're rolling with, man, you're getting slapped across the chops, surely. Amusement says, "It's fine, Jack. Come over to mine and we'll indulge in the viewing." Steve, that video does not suit you, shorty. I reckon just be yourself with the ladies unless Caitlin can see something he needs to work on. Thank you, Steve. See, Steve just thinks I'm a genuine guy. That's the best advice you can give, man. Be yourself.
I think you're perfect.
Oh, thanks,
I
Kate.
never told you to change anything.
No, I'm just playing it up. Playing up in front of the boys. No, I like that, Steve. High says Keys or Thomas this week. If I don't get Keys this week, it will be next. You probably got to pull the trigger on Keezy now, I reckon, because he's moving at a pretty rapid rate. So I've got a bit of concern whether he holds the mid spot. I don't know. But look, if you think he can, then I would go him. But I'm just hesitant. I'm a bit worried. Bagger says I like Keys as well, but not in the SuperCoach one. Puffer Fish says thoughts on this mega trade. Seamus Mitchell, Sicily, Washcroft, and Atkins to Anderson, Sarong, Malikan, and Thomas, all five. Chincotta to Darcy Cameron next week, and only fielding 2 rookies in Humphrey, Thomas, and 5. Yeah, look, I don't mind that, mate. I'd slightly preference Thomas, but it's a flip of the coin. And yeah, I like Cameron coming in after the bye. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. Might just chuck Thomas versus 5 in there for my preview. How many's in the quiz? We've got 24. Nice. Someone put their name as Horty. Come on, man. That's Jack, I reckon. That's got to be Jack. There's the code again. Corey says, here we go. Yep, I will get Watson this time as 1-2 in the last month and could have beat him last week, but clicked Petrocelli instead and lost. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Corey, but I reckon you've definitely won twice, but I don't reckon Watto's been in the quiz. So this is your time. This is where you've got to step up, and there's a lot riding on this. It's big time. Bag is Horty Harold, the SuperCoach. Amusement get ran Horty. Oh, shit. Steve, I meant to say we are not lamb cutlets. Oh, yeah, fair. Bag is I want to be an American pillowcase. Closest thing I got to women without a case bench. Shit. Sometimes I just got to vet Bagger's comments on the run. You're just never quite sure where he's going to go. Lockie. Oh, boy. I might just leave that one. Just not quite sure what territory I'm entering in there. But D-Mac, I'm getting Horty tattooed on my forehead. Watson, thanks, lads. Horty is all about the new name. Yeah, okay. Lockie, Shorty, I'm coming down to Geelong this Friday to see Brad Cox. Surely you'll come down, mate. Oh, mate, I'll be floating around. Somewhere. Got an 18th on Saturday.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's?
No, just a mate.
Female or male?
Nah, it's me cousin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, can I come?
No.
Why not? Who's so much fun?
It's mainly family. Not that I don't see you as family, but
Then you're down invited his family to dinner today, so.
Jackson Burnett. Shorty got that dark shower Riz. Lockie says, short hog the Rizzler god, dirty dog. Oh, shit. Baggers. Nah, coaches don't play, Caitlin, but for you, I'll consider. Oh, shit. Jack Carrow, can you give a shout out for my good mate? I don't know if that's a real name, mate, so I'm going to be real careful in the pronunciation. Joe Benti Voglio. Could be a real name, actually. I thought that was going somewhere else. But shout out to Joe if he's real. You're never quite sure these days. Jonas Shorty, how about doing a review like Ginnivan and Quain or Rate Cat, Ruby, and Shower Girl? Jesus, the girls are they're getting a real run tonight. Nate says, this on-screen relationship is real complicated. Oh, Nate, I hope you're getting around it, mate. Bagger says, Riz me, this Riz me. That thing is fat. Come around here. I want nah. Baggers has lost all self-control. We probably should get this quiz on the road here. We got 29 in there. I'll just try and get it to 30. But DMAC being dealt the walrus on Blooket, got a good feeling about it. DMAC, you're my tip for tonight. I've got a feeling. Harvey, you're thinking about Thomas as a fair heap. You should pin your thoughts and don't answer any more Thomas questions. Yeah. Look, pure SuperCoach is an option, but shit bloke. Josh is back. Bro, who keeps taking the pig? I'm stuck with the parrot. These are the big questions we got to ask. I do love that. We're up to 30. All right. Nice. We may as well get this quiz going, I think. I'd go Himmelberg too, Josh. I would go Himmelberg over Thomas. I think he's a better chance to actually stay as a keeper. All right, 31 in there. Let's do it. Good luck, guys. Watto versus Corey. And I reckon D-Mac's a fair shout tonight. Question 1. The Hawks beat the Lions on Saturday, making it how many wins in a row against Brisbane? That is for Hawthorn. 2, 3, 4, or 5. Bit of PTSD for Watson off the top. So, yeah, surprisingly good record for the Lions. For the Hawks against the Lions. Most of you's getting that right. It is 4 on the trot against Brisbane for Hawthorn. So, who we got in there nice and quick? We got Horty, D-Mac, Jack, Gojo, Nico, Unzips for Crips in there at 5th. I presume Horty is Watto. If so, he's in there nice and quick. Tex Walker kicked 10 against the Eagles, but who was the next highest goal kicker on the night for the Crows? It was a fair way back, but was it Rankin, Thilthorpe, Fogarty, or Murphy? They had quite a few players kick 2s. This guy was the only one to kick 3, I believe. Did you get the first one right, Caitlin?
No.
Fuck. Thought you were a bit quiet. It was Rankin, which most of you's got that right. Oh, nicely done. Horty's in there very nicely. Pufferfish, Harvey, there's Causa, and Carter in 5th quickest. So Horty will be on top, and Causa's second. Unzips, D-Mac's in there. So early, D-Mac, Causa, and Watto shaping up and really fitting the bill for this big showdown. Richmond won the flag in 2020. Hurts to say it, but who finished on top of the ladder after the home and away season? Didn't know this, actually. When I was looking, I was like, fuck, that's a surprise. Geelong, Port Adelaide, Brisbane, or Richmond? I feel like I'll be interested to see where this goes. It could be like all you get it, or it could really split it up. Yeah, most got it. Port Adelaide on top. Most of you's getting that right. Nicely done. Bent, Caitlin, Causa, big fella, Gojo, Nico. So he's Causa on top. No, still Horty, Nico, Jack, and D-Mac. So Horty nailing it on top spot. What is the lowest possession count Tim Taranto has had this season? Pretty consistent year for Timmy Boy. Most of us probably had him in our SuperCoach the whole year. I reckon most of you will cancel out 21 pretty quick. I reckon most will suggest 30 isn't right. 50-50 between 27 and 25. It was 27. And that was a bit of a point of difference. Nice. This could separate a few. Caitlin, Horty gets it, Big Fella, Mitchy T, and Pufferfish. So Horty might just have a bit of a lead here. He does. Unzip for Cripps, Caitlin, Causa, and Big Fella. Question 5. Which young bomber polled all 10 AFL coaches' votes, that is, on the weekend? Archie Perkins, Jai Caldwell, Ben Hobbs, or Nick Martin? I think we all know that Baggers is going to get this one right. And he's in a lot of form, this young lad. All these young guys played pretty well for the Dons on the weekend, fair to say, but it was Nick Martin who polled the 10 coaches' votes. And most of you got it right, but Caitlin's not happy about it. Shit. Did you actually quit? Oh, Caitlin's quit. Jackson, quick there, Baggers, Horty, Causa, Flag Pies. So Horty will still be on top. Causa's third, Unzip for Cripps fourth, or second even. I can't see who was fourth. I wasn't quick enough. But question 6, halfway mark. Little who am I? Played 189 games and kicked 275 goals. I won a Norm Smith medal and wore the number 33 throughout my career. So a couple of those, you wouldn't have a bloody clue, but then there's definitely with the number, I reckon most years will get this right. Might have been, yeah, surely. I think most years would know that Cyril was the man there. We're in 33. Most years did. I need to throw in a bit of a tougher one here. There's a few easy ones. Big Fella, he's back. Horty, Jack, Causa, and Horty in capitals there, catching on. So this is getting pretty close. Big Fella gets his way into the top 5 there. Nicely done, mate, on the return. Question 7, which of these players has played the most games? So that's career. All drafted in the same year. You got Hugh McCluggage, Andy McGrath, Tim Taranto, and Ben Ainsworth. I'm thinking this one might trump a couple of years. By about 16 games, Hugh McCluggage. So this did split the pie 4 ways there. That was interesting. The majority, 10 was the highest, but a few, Watson in nice and quick, Pufferfish, Joshy Morgan, D-Mac, NFI. So Horty is a long way clear. He's 80 points clear. He's going to have to do something wrong from here. I'm pretty sure it's Watto. George Wardlaw was awarded this week's Rising Star nominee. How many disposals did he have against the Giants? 18, 20, 22, or 24? Obviously, a lot of you guys probably have Wardlaw in SuperCoach. If you don't, maybe this one doesn't come as easy to you. It was 22. Few going 24, but most got that right. Did Horty, did Causa. Hop was Michaela. Capitals, Horty did. Causa did. Xavier and Big Fella. Not sure if Horty did. He didn't. So Causa pulls one back. Nico, Big Fella, and Unzips for Cripps in there. Question 9. Which of these players has the highest Guernsey number? This one could be interesting. Nankervis, Draper, Cameron, or Gawn? One of those ones where you probably got to think a smidgen about it. So has Corey got it right? Has Watto got it right? This will definitely be a key question with only 3 to go after this. Split a few of them. Nankervis wears 25, Cameron 14, Draper 2, Gawn 11. Causes in quickest, but Horty wasn't far behind. Harvey, Joshy Boy, Flag Pies. So Corey's tightened the gap a bit. It's 26 points. Jack Carew gets into 5th there. Which of these clubs doesn't have the bye this week? Adelaide, West Coast, Port Adelaide, or Melbourne? This is question 10. So we've got 2 more after this. Very tight between Corey and Watto. This is an absolute showdown. They've talked the talk. Only one of them will walk the walk. I'm not sure 3rd or 4th or 5th can climb back, but they may well. Pretty easy one here. So it might be on the speed. Port Adelaide, of course, playing tomorrow night. Caitlin Harvey. So interesting. Nico, John, Big Fella. None of the top dogs there. Horty, Causa, Nico, Big Fella, and Jack Carew. The top 5 stayed the same. I think Corey caught a couple of points back on speed there. Tom Harley debuted for which club, playing only one game before moving to the Cats? Sydney, Port Adelaide, North Melbourne, or Carlton? This could be the question. Requires you to think back a bit. Not all. This might be a guess for some. It's actually Port Adelaide again. So that will split a few of yous. I'm going to say whoever is on top, probably Bench, Shorty the Cuck, Luke Mack, Unzips for Cripps, and John. So Unzips could move up a bit. Horty cause. Oh, man, I did not see how close that was. But question 12, final question. This is between Corey and Watto, I believe. Jai Miss kicked a career high how many goals on the weekend? He was very good. 3, 4, 5, or 6. He kicked 4 goals. Most getting that right. So here we go. This is the decider. Watto versus Corey. In third was Big Fella. Oh my goodness, Corey's done him. Holy shit. I did not expect that. Fuck. Could I have some context here? Did Watto not get that right, the last one, or was it a speed thing? It actually tightened right up. I've got a feeling Watto might have got the last couple wrong because it actually tightened right up. Oh no. We got Watto on the phone. Watto, what happened there?
Nah, not good things, mate. I panicked on the Tom Harley question.
Shit.
The Jai missed one. I was thinking 4, but I thought, I can surely keep that before.
Yeah.
No good, mate.
Oh, mate. Jeez, is Corey giving it to you in the comments or what? I don't even know. Fuck.
I think Horty's catching on.
Nah, get rid of it. Oh, Corey got it wrong too. Oh, well done, Corey. Wow, way. That was a serious quiz there. Baggers just talking about Watto. Yeah, far out.
They're always good ones when I join, mate.
Yeah, they do get around you. They really do. Shit. So, have you watched any of F-Boy Island or what?
No, I haven't. I was waiting to watch with my friends.
Yeah, weren't you watching it with Jonah on Monday or something?
Jonah messaged me and said he's too busy shopping for Vietnam and said he'll do it this week. We know Jonah, he won't do it this week.
Yeah, true. Oh, we'll have to we might have to catch up on the first episode together, but we could definitely watch it. Tough crowd. All right, mate. I'll talk to you soon. Oh, you're signing up already.
I was listening via
the stream. Right.
So I wasn't paying attention to the phone.
Oh, shit, they're going off in the chat. Night, Josh. 2 hours past the bed. No worries, mate. I'll talk to you later, all right? See you, mate. Love the old phone call live on first Jeff and now Watto. You gotta love that. Yeah, D-Mac, where'd you come, mate? I'm just going to roll through you. So it actually ended up being super tight. So Corey on 280, Watto 272, Big Fella 268, made a real run for it, 258. Nico, he was up and about for most of the game, which was good to see. Unzips for Cripps, he was also around the mark for most of the time. So was Jack Carew. Joshy Morgan, John Harvey. Gee, D-Mac, probably one of his quieter quizzes. Carter, Lukey Mac. That's all right. You'll be back, D-Mac. I've got no doubts. Luke says, I got 3 wrong. Should have got at least one of those right. Oh, nice, Jack. First quiz. Good stuff, mate. Yeah, that's a very good effort first up. Bag, is anyone else going to rewatch Farmer Wants a Root? Oh, shit. Had a shocker, says D-Mac. Fuck, that's all right, mate. Respond next week. Baggers, thanks, Naughty Horty. Don't let the river snake bite too me. I'm a coach. Ask Caitlin. See you, babes. See you, Shorty. See you, mate. Good to catch you. I'll talk to you next week, I'm sure. Jonah and Shorty creeping in the dark. Off come the lights. Out come the stones. You're a loose unit, man. Nice candles. It's a fucking filtering water, bro. Finn searched up half the answers. Yeah, fair. You'll get them right that way, but you won't win. Speed is respected on the old Blooket. Lockie, anyone else want someone else to make the quiz? It's so rigged. You just got to get better, Lockie. You just got to get better, mate. I know what I said, Baggers. I know what I said. I didn't know the Harley one. Yeah, I thought that might. Yeah, he played one game for Port. Thought I'd throw Sydney in there because he's linked with them now. So, yeah. Corey's on a roll. No, all respect, mate. You are flying. We see a shorty. Got to go to bed. Need to rest up so I can play on Sunday. Nice, mate. I haven't been to school since last Thursday, mate. Respect the education, son. Get in there. No, I think he said he'd been sick. But anyway, mate, have a good day tomorrow. Play well on Sunday. I'll talk to you next week, all right? Shorty, when is your invite on Sword Plays podcast? Says Steve. Yeah, look, I think they're somewhat happy for me to jump on whenever. Probably will do it over school holidays, just when I've got a little bit more time on my hands. So in a couple of weeks. Jonas, the Touching Swords pod with third man in Janet. Luke got the Harley one straight away. Nicely done, Luke. I thought a Geelong man like yourself would get that. Jack says, I thought Steve was talking about a different... Yeah, it's actually a SuperCoach podcast. It actually is called that. Risky title, but... All right, guys, I'm going to rock and roll, I think. Thanks again for everyone who's jumped on, whether that be TikTok or YouTube. Thanks, Big Valor. Good to see you back, mate. And, yeah, as always, Wednesday night, I'll be back talking some trash, talking some SuperCoach. Pray for Sicily on Monday. Pray for him. Probably deserves to get weeks, but, hey, from a SuperCoach point of view, let's pray for him. And, yeah, I think that's about it. Get around the cricket on Friday night. Talk to you soon, all right? See you guys. Just a casual wrap-up.